It's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They run here with Jason Huntley. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on it. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just 1 but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 750.
Now you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Foyesade Aluakin able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Lance flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, a great grab by Kittle. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Nice job understanding the situation. Third and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a fourth down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll go for it. Lance got his man. It's Morton. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
Here's Sermon. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
On second down now, Huntley.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. On the run, it's Huntley. And he's got some space here. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Jason Huntley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Rolling to his right. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. He's got a man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 7-7, our score after one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. He completes it to Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action, now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt. Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Now Huntley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing now is Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll run on first down. Huntley, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do,
and the Niners get there and bring him down. Bilal Nichols, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling, and I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tanner Muse came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. They set up the screen for Sermon. A nice little juke. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And they'll run with Sermon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Sermon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble,
think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all right. You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
From the gun, it's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive.
So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. And oh boy, something you certainly don't want to see. Deebo Samuel still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now a play fake. Lance.
That'll be caught downfield by Morton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On play action, Lance.
Forced out to his left. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now a run with Sermon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Sermon. Yeah, this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2.
They'll try and run. Sermon.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Trey Sermon.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Now a give right side. Huntley. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now on 2nd and 16.
Tua. And he'll flip this out to Huntley.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
They'll get this into the hands of Huntley.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. Rolling to his right.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
It's caught by OBJ. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off. After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance eluding the pressure right.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down, Huntley, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 20-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go again with Huntley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. They've got his man complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Niners. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua got his man complete over the middle. That's Little. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. After the sack on first down, Tua looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tua.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
The Lance going to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On play action, here's Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. To throw again on second down. Tua, he's going to let it fly. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Second down and 3.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jason Huntley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. On this one, they knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade and Lurican. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.